Disclaimer: Gemma Health Edge provides health education and information only, not medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional. In emergencies, call local services immediately. This app has optional API key-powered variation, and if utilized, operation will no longer be 100% local and private. AI models possess low hallucination risk, but never zero. Never rely solely on AI how to for critical health decisions. Hello guys, Mother Dava here. Today I'm gonna show you a live demo for Gemma Health Edge and how to start it, how to run it, and how to use it. Now, for on start, you should open up your terminal and go to the file directory where did you save the Gemma Health Edge source code. And run Python py setup.py, and if you need to have a Python 3.10 or higher, and if you're using 3.10 and 3.11, you need to run it as Python setup.py, and if you're using higher versions, you need to use it as py setup.py. Now we'll check everything and make sure it is installed everything, and etc. I installed everything, so here it is and it's done. Now when I go to the file and launch it, you need to double click launch Gemma Health this .bat file, and it'll open the Unify launcher. It'll check the Unify files, open all Llama servers, then detect your hardware. Now, the main goal of making this application was make an application that works with zero internet and keeps all your health data on your device. This application has two versions: PC web application and native developer application of Android and iOS. Now, first launch is the main chat UI, and now it has some of the really nice features. It has lots of really good features, and here's the left sidebar, here's the right sidebar, and here's the settings. Here's the quick start guide, and if you're new, you just start typing and read all of the disclaimers. And first of all, I want to show you the emergency response filter. There is three types of phrases or words that activate that filter. One is about heart attacks, such as I think I'm having a heart attack. When you send it, it will give you a sub 50 millisecond emergency response. First one is this, and the second one is overdose, such as when you send this, it will give you the same sub 50 millisecond response with poison emergency services and poison control numbers. Now the last one is suicide ideation emergency filter, such as I wanna suicide or so. It has a wide variety of phrases that it activates the filter, and here's the all of emergency response filter. Here's the suicide ideation filter. Now I wanna show is the greeting filter. such as if you type hi, it'll give a sub 20 millisecond greeting filter response on supported 10 language with all the wide variety of range greetings. Now, I want to explain the 8 pipelines that make this application very unique. The first one is the emergency response filter, because everything needs to, the emergency detector will catch heart attacks, suicide, overdose charges, because that could be fatal and could hurt somebody. So it's the first one. The second one is greeting filter, because who wants to type in hi and waits for a response, such as it's local, so it has some generating times. The third one is research engine, that when online and if the toggle is on, will research Wikipedia and PubMed for a specific disease, illness, or symptoms. The fourth one is critical for file injection. This application has a section that you can put your clinical profile and you'll inject it to your LLM answer. The fifth one is LLM response generating your answer. And sixth one is regex critical, because on sometimes it could hallucinate because it has RAG engine and all of these pipelines running, and it will give a completely nonsense answer to your question and it will hallucinate a lot. The seven is LLM guardrail, making sure the LLM is using the correct word and not using bad language, and is answering the question you asked. And on some instance, if you asked, I'm having a fever, what should I do? And they might answer, oh, that's ibuprofen and you need to take it like 3 days a week or so. And the last but not least is RLHF logging, which logging which is designed to fine tune your answers that you ask over time. Now on live demo, I'm only on CPU, so it takes a lot of time, and I prepared all chat that I asked, and I asked, I have a headache and Malfero, what could it be? And it's considered as a long prompt, so it's taken lots of time, as you can see on the bottom of right sidebar and system intelligence. The time for the first token was 132 seconds, which is around 2 minutes, so it's taken lots of time, and token per second is 1.6 token per second, which is around the approximate token per second timeline. On the total time it takes is 350 seconds, which is kind of normal on CPU with a long prompt, and it's running on Llama CPP, and it's 100% offline on your device. Now let's take a look around the settings. Here this is server configuration, and you can choose it from the 4 backends it has: Llama CPP, or Llama, Google AS Studio API key, and overall API key. Remember, if you use API key variation, your data won't be 100% local and private, so make sure to note that. On here, it's the customization section that you can change your theme, which turns this into entirely white. Now here's the language. This application supports 10 languages. Like, let me show you the French one, that it will change all of the all of the texts into English version, and mm, every every language is supported here, so you can try it yourself. Now here's the features. You can enable and disable the research mode and the show thinking, and you can enable your camera, and if you enable this, the AI model can speak the answer it generated, so you can use it. Here's the clinical profile. Like, you can put your profile, such as you can put your allergies, your medical conditions, your current medications, and age, year, and additional notes, and you can save it here. This lives on your device, and it will be 100% local. And if you need some little bit of troubleshooting, here's it. You can test your backend connection, you can clear app cache, you can reset all settings, and here's the system information, and it takes kind of lots of time to bring numbers. And now here's your common issues that you can yeah, see. And it has the answers that you need to make it work again. Now if you go here, we are in the right sidebar, which has a health calendar, but you can put your mood and how are you feeling, and you can save it. Here's the, as we showed before, is a systems intelligence. Is now I am running on CPU only, and I'm running on CPU only there, so there is no VRAM. I'm only on CPU, so acceleration the CPU. So this is it, and on this app has two versions, like web PC app and phone application, as I told you before. And on the phone application, it's basically the same, but it's rewritten on Flutter and Dart, and and it on local the PC app runs the Llama CPP and Olama, but on phone it runs on Llama CPP Dart and LiteRT. And the phone application has one more thing that PC application don't have, which is a BLE services that you can sync your smartwatch, and it'll take the health metrics that your watch saved to the application and save it locally on your devices. Now, last but not least, I wanna be honest with some bugs and limitations. On performance metrics, if you're using CPU only, you can see, like, yes, 100 to 150 seconds of time to first token on long prompts. And if you're using a small, not long prompts, it would be lower. And TPS is around the range because it is around 1 tokens to around 17 tokens. Total time is dependent on your prompt, so nothing more. And lower devices such as with 8 gigabits RAM or very old CPUs and GPUs, it'll probably be slower than a modern CPUs, so account for that. The second is mobile app is truly experimental now, and sometimes more loading fails on old phones and cheap phones, and LiteRT is currently is a mess, so it's currently disabled, and I'll try and fix it later. Now, on GUI, we have streaming issue on Olama backend, because on token streaming, it could occasionally freeze or cut off mid response, especially on very long answers. Now, fourth is the vision and audio processing. First of all, it's effective 4 billion parameter model quantized into 4 bits, so the image and audio processing is not hardware or software dependent. It's a little bit bad because of the mole parameters, so don't and because of the low parameters they will hallucinate over images and audio, so be account. And fifth is research. Wikipedia and PubMed only work when it's online, and if your prompt doesn't have the word it triggers, it won't work. Mm, and if the Wikipedia and PubMed research doesn't get these needed answers within 20 seconds, it'll disconnect, and the model has to generate the answer on his own knowledge and offline RAG engine. So if research might not work, check for your mm, internet connection and yeah. Sixth is the application is still pretty rough, especially on browser. Chat history sometimes needs a refresh, and usually Control plus Shift plus R or Control plus F5 fix it. And yeah, are the things I'm planning to improve soon, and core safety features, emergency detection, and local inference work reliably on the newer hardware. It's all of the improvements needs to made on front end, so back end and everything works perfectly fine. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching this, and goodbye.